Charleston last week, and as I was driving through Charleston, I saw the Cooper River Bridge, and it brought back many memories. I have gone on the Cooper River Bridge run, I'm not sure, 8, 10, 12 times. Always enjoyed the challenge of the Cooper River Bridge run. I always tell people I would go and I would not eat breakfast prior to going. And whenever I would start going through the run, I would keep thinking to myself, when I finish this 6.2 miles, I can go eat a nice breakfast. And that was always my encouragement to get finished. But I can remember in my later years when I was running it, and I was not running as much for exercise during those days, it came a little tougher for me to finish the race. And I can remember when you're a little over halfway through, you're going through the old part of Charleston. And as you're running through and you're thinking, oh, I just need to stop and walk. I need to rest. I am so tired. I'm about worn out. But whenever you enter into the old part of Charleston, there are people lined up on both sides at all the restaurants and stores, and they're applauding and they're yelling and they're clapping. And whenever you get in that, you're thinking, I can't slow down now. These people are applauding for me. And so you just keep right on running, and not long after that, you come to the finish line and you're able to finish the race. A word of encouragement can do a lot for people. My name is Richard Coleman. I'm the pastor at Shepherd Church of the Nazarene in Lexington, South Carolina, and it's great to spend just a few moments with you today. I was looking at Paul's writings to the church at Thessalonica, and he was trying to encourage them. And he also wanted to give them some advice to help them to live a better Christian life. And so as Paul is writing this letter, he is not writing this letter to a group of sinners. He is writing this letter to the church, to a group of Christians. And what Paul said in that letter, he said that is important for us to encourage each other. He said it's important for us to build each other up. It's so easy for us to take people for granted. You see the same person doing the same job, whether it's on Sundays or whatever it may be, and we just say, well, that's their job. They just need to do it. I want to tell you, it's an important thing for us to recognize, especially at church, that most people are just doing voluntary work. And the things that they're doing because they want to, and it's easy for that to become a burden for them. And so for us, just like the Cooper River Bridge spectators that would clap and applaud and encourage us on, it's important for us to be able to do that with people around us, and not just at church. To be able to do that for our spouse, to be able to do it for our parents, for our children, our grandchildren, our neighbors, to be able to encourage people and let them know that we recognize the good work that they're doing. You know, Jesus even mentioned something about doing unto others as we wish people would do unto us. And I'm going to tell you, every one of us would like a little word of encouragement every once in a while. Something that Paul mentioned to the church, and I think it's important for us to think about today. And then he goes on to say, Paul says that we should show respect, and that we should be able to love others. I think sometimes there might be some of us that think our jobs are more important than other people's jobs, or the things that we do might have more meaning than what someone else would do. But that really isn't the case. God has gifted each of us in a particular way, and whatever gift that God has given us, that is the expectation that God has of us. And so whatever job that leads us to, whatever responsibility that we have, it's important for us to do our very best to make that happen. And also, it's important for us to be able to show the respect to others when they're doing possibly what seems like lesser jobs in the kingdom. But there are no lesser jobs. They're all important to God. Then Paul goes on to tell them. He says it's important to be joyful. It is important to be thankful. And then he says it is important to pray. And I think attached to what he was saying when he said it's important to pray, he also said that as Christians that we should test everything. So when something comes into our life, if it's one of those no-brainers, just kind of a black and white thing, we know this is sin, we know this is not, but usually things that cause us concern are the things we're not too sure about. And so Paul is telling them that when something comes into your life and you're just not too sure about it, then before you just jump onto it and just take it as something that you can do, he says, test it. Test everything. And then the things that you find to be pure and godly, then hold on to those tightly and be able to move forward. So may the Lord bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you. May you truly be able to love God and love others as we go throughout this week. Thanks for taking the time and viewing today.